It's playtime. That was probably really loud because my mouth is right next to the microphone, but that's okay. I'm Darcy. I'm here to play. I hope you can play with me or just kind of watch and listen as you do whatever you do. I'm try to be a little chatty, like a little chatty Cathy. I don't know, whatever the doll was. Okay, so when I went on vacation, I brought my jelly plate because I wanted to do a video with, all the things. But first of all, I was in Massachusetts for first part of my trip, and we were in a conservation area, so I couldn't go picking stuff. And then when I was in Maine, I could pick plenty of stuff. I just didn't have the time. We got way too busy. So I went in my yard this afternoon and got, my dead irises, because you never know what you might want to get. And a couple of grasses from that. A little bit of boxwood, I think that is. I was able to reach one of my maple branches. The part I could grab, I left and got one higher up, just in case I want to get more maple leaves sometime, because that's how I roll. Then I think this is rhododendron, and I found a feather. I have a bigger feather that was in my car, but no, my husband. It's the heart-shaped one. It's red bud. I think that's from a red bud. I had a couple of little hydrangeas left. I thought those would be really pretty. Grabbed a pine cone just in case, but because it was in my yard, and I can't remember. If I don't see them on the tree, I don't always know what they are. That could be a lilac though. I even grabbed a piece of dried out, I don't know, it was on the ground, but I did that instead of grabbing one off the tree. And there was some fallen bark. I had a lot of fallen bark, so some of it I might try using, and some of it I will save to use in a nature journal sometime. And I did find a stick which I might save to use on a handle or like the spine of a journal, a nature journal. We'll see. That's just a paper flower that when I was cleaning off my desk. And this is, my son had a sweater. There's a hole right in front, so I grabbed that for texture. There's more. This is the ground cover that we have in my yard. And we have, oh my goodness, so much ivy. If you need ivy leaves, I can send you ivy leaves. And some oak leaves. And, this is the Rose of Sharon leaves, I think. And more variegated leaves. Don't know what everything is. You think I could remember what I took these dark ones off of? I don't remember. More oak leaves. Oh no. They waited too long, and now they're all sad and shriveled up. Do I have some water? I have water. Let's see if we can revive these little things. So apparently, for ferns, you need to use them right away. That's probably not going to be deep enough, but, if I lean them up. I've never had ferns in my yard before, and I was so excited because I was like, yay, I can finally use ferns. But then it took me, then I had to clean off my desk and all the things. These were on the ground. These little Rose of Sharons. I think that's what they are. I lost a leaf. Of course I lost a leaf. Why would I not lose a leaf? Yeah, you can't let them dry out too much or they're not going to be very usable. And then I had a brown magnolia leaf that was out there. This one's getting a little bit dried out too. I can't remember what that was from. I don't know all the trees in my yard, but I know some. Actually, these might be the lilacs. I don't know. I was trying to take them off the tree next door that has some lilacs, but... So, those are all my pieces. This is a pan I use that I keep in my art room. I'm not going to make cookies on it. Although if I did, I use parchment paper, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Ooh, I was like, hey, yeah, there's lines on this side. I could use the other side. And then I've got some honeycomb, because I can't just go outside and get honeycomb. Got this honeycomb too. So mostly nature stuff, But I kind of really want to play with these too because it just came in the mail and I love them. And I don't know what took me so long to get them. I will probably have a little haul later this week because I got some things. I got quite a few things. Don't tell my husband all the things I bought. I might have gone a little crazy. Yeah, I got some stuff. I got some fabrics. I have so many ideas, all the things I want to do. And yeah, I forgot to clean off this part of my desk over here. So not super helpful because I could use the space. Oh, glue sticks was one of my things that I got, so that's okay because I need glue sticks and use them all the time. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these or not, but I think I'll open them just in case. I do not have any gloves though, and I might want to have gloves. I do have a paint shirt on at least. So hopefully I don't shake you when I throw stuff away. But I kind of want to look at these. I waited and waited until the price came down on them. Well, they were unavailable for a while. So I think I ended up paying $35, and there's 6 of them. So that made them like, what, $6 each about? And usually they're like 10 or more. So there's a muted violet. Oh, they have a little case. Okay, seems like the safest place to dump them out at. They have, I could keep them in their little holder here. Muted violet, muted turquoise, I have regular turquoise, muted green, muted gray, muted pine, and titanium white. Oh, I want to play with these so bad. We'll see. Maybe. You never know. You never know. All right. Oops. Just flinging stuff around now. All right. And you can use any paints. You can use the craft paints that are like, you know, $1 or less. I had these when I was on vacation, and so I thought I would just grab these and just start, I don't know, just grab a color and not worry about it. This one is Crimson Red. Not one that I use a lot. All right, let's see. I'm going to do, let's hope I get a coordinating. I'm going to either, if I get one that will make it brown, I'm not going to, green will make it brown. Blue, that'll be a little purple maybe. And then, do we do a third color? A lot of people do. Burnt sienna, sure, why not? Oh my goodness, I might not have enough paint either, but I've got my colors over here. So these are just the Arteza, I got like a 24 pack just so I could try them and try all the colors. This is a soft brayer. But using small tubes for geliplate is not most ideal, just because you go through a lot of paint, but you don't have to use a lot of paint. I don't know, I'm not making any sense, am I? I need a little bit more space. So I'm doing a thin layer to start, and this fern really wants to play. Just perk right back up. And it's raining out, so we might not get to do ferns today, but that's okay. Playing with nature, and nature is fun. Need a little bit more burnt sienna over here. And maybe in the middle a little bit. I would not personally have chosen Crimson Red, but you know, I was just kind of going for whatever came out of the bag. Because otherwise, I tend to overthink it. And now it's too dry. I've got my fan on. That doesn't help. I'm putting these backwards because that's where most of the veining is. So if you watch Alex Crafty Goose and you saw the ones I made with the leaves, those were, she was correct. Those were the stamps from whatchamacallit, Tim Holtz. Those were Tim Holtz stamps. That's what I'm trying to say. My fingers might have got in there, but that's alright. And I'm not doing this anywhere near as fast as I should. I am getting more paint off of them than I thought I would, which will make an interesting... I have these envelopes. I got a bunch of free envelopes at some point. I'm thinking to too hard here. I think that's the actual bark side. Oops. Now, I got little bits of bark on here. Bark might not be the best. Oh, good. Now I have my fingerprints on there. That's fun. Let's do another one of these. This first one, I don't know. We'll see. That is pretty dry. See, yeah, it's only getting on parts of it, but it'll still make a fun design. And where did, oh, here it is. And since I'm having that issue, I'll just go ahead and do a little bit of honeycomb here and there, just to get, you know, I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Just, maybe just because I can. Maybe a little bit of this one. Just for something. Since the other stuff failed so miserably. Miserable. Alright, oh, that poor fern. So next time I do this, I have to basically grab the fern, come in, paint, put the fern on, and that's probably the only fern I get. So it's probably easier just for me to use my fern stamps, come to find out. Oh well. Now, I don't want to cover that up. Kind of like the leaf thing happening on there. I think we're pretty dry. I mean, I've got the fan blowing, like, on me, but you know it's got an effect down here, too. Alright. Alright, that's a lot. Let's see. I don't want to go overboard. I also don't like for it to sit too long either, because then you get the bloppy, circly thingies, the weird shapes from the glue. So if I want to do something over here, like I did the sienna over here, I could do a little sienna over here on the opposite side, and that would be probably interesting and blend nicely with the yellow ochre, which I love yellow ochre for fall, but I gotta tell you, I kind of love yellow ochre all year round. Yeah, and if you're new, I'll let you know, I don't keep it on here and roll it back and forth, because then you get little, you know, whatever marks you have on there are gonna say. I pick it up and I roll it. So now, what do I want to do first? I'm going to do some envelopes, I think. And probably some paper as well. If I stick in the same color theme, well, that's just boring. No, I don't know. I don't always match my papers and my envelopes, which gives me an interesting, oh man, I usually like to have that on there. Oh well. All right, and did you guys watch, today's video by Louisa Heinzel? She did her 8,000, no, it wasn't today's. It was another one from maybe about a week ago that I missed and just watched today. It was one of her geliplate ones. And I'm like, okay, so I have not been keeping my paper on there as long as I could or should, I guess. I saw somebody else before that, though, say if it still feels cold, it's still wet. So wait till it's like about the temperature of your hand. So that is new information for me, and possibly for you as well. Now this is hard to tell because it's 2 layers. Let's start with this. Now see, yeah, there's not much on there because it dried too fast over here, but still, that's a fun little bit on there. I'm not going to complain about it. That's still a little on the cold side, which, okay, got to feel in his underpants now to see if he's still cold. A little bit. I know that sounded weird, feel in his underpants. Well, I had to go inside the envelope, and I feel like I'm molesting the envelope, but I'm not. I'm just being silly. Okay, now I did find out if I clean that right away, it's a little bit easier. Now, if the paint were wetter, it would come off faster, but even with it dry, paper towel, I'm able to get it off because it's still a little damp. Oh, that black plaid is like almost like fall. Like I like it, but like I might not even put anything inside that one. I like the black ones. Okay. So we have a little bit of leaf showing there. And so yeah, when I'm done, might just leave them painted. I could just add, why am I out of breath? Oh my goodness. I could add some collage. Sorry, my nails are falling off because while my base coat is fresh out of the packet, my top coat is sat for a while. Okay. Anyway, they're, you know, it's this designer part is falling off. It's making everything fall off. Oh my goodness. I'm a mess right now. All right. So there, you would think this is done because it's been there long enough. So, okay, this one got both colors across it, so that's cool. And hopefully this will be the piece de resistance. We're just playing. Wow, that blue was dark. What was that blue? Prussian blue. So, here we go. This is what we ended up with. I think that's going to be really fun in a fall journal. Any journal, really, but nature journal, fall journal. I got these lines because I kept using my brayer after it was dry. So if you want those lines, you could do that. But if you don't do that. Or just don't do that. So that came out cool. Got a little double leaf. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, so if I go faster, I might even get better prints. So we'll see. If I put these where I can find them when I want to go through them after. Oh my goodness. Okay, stay there. I'm going to forget where I put it. It's on the floor to my right. Oh, and I usually will try to get this up, but with something, but it's way too dry. Okay, what's next? I really like this Prussian blue, so I'm going to do some of that over here to help pick this up over here. You know, it'll... Okay, I'm lifting it, because if I don't lift it, I'm just going to keep getting the... Really, really need more paint. More paint, more cowbell, all the things. You don't hear cowbell when you hear the word more. Am I the only weird one? Not even, I mean, it's an okay skit. I don't know. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a Saturday Night Live skit with Christopher Walken where he wants more cowbell. Alright, let's see if the paint's not dry yet, if I can get a little bit better. Oh, there we go. I just have to be faster. So I thought that maybe if I do one half at a time, that it might be faster. You know what I'm saying? So this will be kind of fun when I'm done with it too. All right. I was also going to use one of these as just a wipe off. It's good to have some paper, newspaper, paper bag, Amazon paper, whatever you've got to put over there. What do I want to put over here? What do we got? Oh, see, you can tell I use it a lot. That's white. No. Sure, we'll use some rose. It's unexpected. Like really, really unexpected. But like a little purple in the middle. Might also have it be too thin again, but it's alright. The thing is, oh, even though it's rose right now, if I were to oops, I just totally moved that. I felt it. What was the word? What words am I trying to say here? Oh, if I use a fluid acrylic over it, it's going to change the color. That's what I'm trying to say. I believe that is what I was trying to say. This one again. Is this the same one I was using? Let's do a small one. We don't have any small ones in here. If I had some birch trees, I'd have some. See, that one's not giving me any veining. So, oh, there we go. Now that has the line a little bit. I'm just gonna do a couple more of those. And am I still wet enough to be able to get a little bit of pattern from like this sweater? Nope. Alright, so what do we do next? Fluid acrylic? I think you're right. Let's do this green gold and see what happens. I know, it looks insane, doesn't it? I know what you're thinking. Why in the world, lady, would you do that weird color on here? Because I'm weird. No, I'm not. Well, no, if you've watched me, you know I am. But I need a little thicker. But then again, I also say, why not? I realized the shell also says that, so that may be where I picked it up from. Because why not? I don't know if I picked. She's been doing videos longer, so. Alright. I want some envelope here. Some envelope here. Some paper here. Oh good, now we can get our lines. I'm gonna go this way. Okay, my phone's yelling at me, but no good reason for that. I mean, if it was the phone I'm recording on, am I still recording? Okay. The other day, my video just totally cut out on me. That was disappointing. So now I'm being a little bit more. Well, now I just cleaned it off though, so it should be good. Okay, let's see. Now, if it's double, how do you know? Now that's like quadrupled. How do you know if it's still cold or not? Also, you can just kind of pick it up and see if it's. See, that one's not. That one didn't do great, but that green gold, you'll see in a second too. It totally changed the colors that were on the bottom layer, which now become the top layer. That's, yeah, I'm gonna have to do something special to get that stuff up. This is what was happening to me when I was on vacation. I kept getting these but I figured out how to work it. I just kind of used some distress inks. So, I mean, I'm not hating it. It's still adding some color to the, oh, we got some of the red off that was down here, which now makes this coordinate with that. Not that that's my goal here. If you saw some of the envelopes I've made, you'd see coordination is not my everything when it comes to these envelopes. Interest is what I'm going for. But yeah, so that green gold changed that blue to almost I don't know what, and then the pink, you still see faint pink there. Let's see what this one did with the pink. That's cool. That's kind of cool. Really like that green. I'm so glad I got that green gold acrylic. Fluid acrylics is what they are. But yeah, see these little circles I don't like. That's why I usually have something to my side that I can. There we go. That's cool. It almost looks like a leaf is on there, right? This is going to be, all this down here is going to be so cool to pick up. Okay. Now, what color? What color would we get? A really bright green, emerald green, super bright. That's a lot too. I don't know how much more I'm going to need. Okay. Yep, they're all just going to be out here when I'm done. I'm lifting it when I do this, by the way. Otherwise, I'm just rolling the same whatever's on my brayer back and forth, and that just might be like blobs. You just never know. And you'll see why I like to use the paper that way. So yeah, now we'll have that nice design there, won't we? All right, let's see how this sweater works for texture. I just cut off a piece. It was just easier to use that way. Oh, that's fun. Oh, I'm excited about that. Are you excited about that? Tell me you're excited about that. Oh, let's do a little hydrangea. Not getting much on there. Let's see. It's gonna look like 4-leaf clovers on this green though. I might do either turquoise or the sienna brown. Yeah. Okay, don't break. Okay, don't stick forever. Okay. Okay, let's see. I need to put another color on here. What color is it gonna be? I guess I could do red, because if I get brown, that's okay. Or cerulean blue will also, I guess, work. We'll see. These are very bright colors. Not necessarily colors I was going to be doing, but we're just putting our hand in the bag and seeing what we get. Because it's kind of fun to do it that way. Don't you think? Do you think? I don't know if you think that or not. Kind of want to blend that color over there. Now, what else do we have? Oh, the boxwood. Oh, and we've got the before they dry out completely, some maple leaves. So what I might do after I do these layers is do a layer of the fluid acrylic the brown, and then do some white on top. Come on, this is where tweezers might come in handy. All right, let's get, where'd my flower go? La fleur, la fleur. Bring some of this over here. Don't want to do it, or I'm not leaving it down long enough. Well, it'll give me something to work with. Let's try this again. Maybe I shouldn't, it probably moves when I do that. I should probably just hold it down a little bit. That's harder to see. Let's try a little bit of that on the side there. Maybe there, maybe there. I need to break this up in the corner a little bit. I don't know if that will work or not. And like on the edge here, where it just wants to stay on the mat, I'm just trying to break it up with that, I guess. And so I said I do a layer of, should I do the raw umber or the Azo Gold, which has orange in it, which will make it brown anyway, but also has a little bit yellow, which will give it a more, I'll just do the brown. We'll try the other one another time when we have bright colors. Do I see any shiny on here? I think we're pretty good. Oh. Okay, that's not the one I want. Well, it's the one, oh, here we go. I was like, where's all my sprayers? I gotta say, I'm not in love with the Tim Holtz sprayer. It's weak. It can't handle me. Basically, is what it amounts to. I just press down too hard sometimes, and so because it's removable, which is good for cleaning, you know, when you want to clean it, that's a good thing. But also sometimes it'll just hop right out of the thing while I'm using it, because I'm using it fairly lightly right now, but sometimes I'm not quite so light with it. Got a lot of blue over here. Oops, took some off there. Huh. That's just gonna be white. I don't mind if this last layer is a little bit wet, except that it will mess with the top layer, which is the bottom layer. The bottom layer becomes the top layer. I don't know. I'm gonna pause for a minute while it dries. Every time I pause it, I worry I'm gonna press the wrong button, either when I pause it or when I stop it. Still a little bit wet. I'm gonna start over in this corner where I need a little bit more, feels weird. Okay. I need to get it nice and wet over here. Just because otherwise I'm never going to be able to lift up this grungy bits over here, and I really want to. Alright, so now I go, man, it's a squeaky thing too. It just, yeah. And the brown mixing with the white, that's actually what I was going for. I didn't really want a solid white background. I just don't want to mess with that bottom layer. There we go. Nice and grungy looking. Nothing too clean here. It's like gray now. It's not super pretty. Or is it? I don't know. We'll find out in a minute if it's pretty or not. Oh, that's crooked. Well, no, it's just that gel plate is not perfectly straight. Alright, let's do this here. Since we've got that on there anyway, might as well get on there again. And what else? I don't know what the underside of that paper is going to be, but it's alright. It's going to be what it's going to be. Especially when you're just choosing colors and out of a bag and not actually choosing. Whoops, that's messy. I'm not actually picking. I'm just grab bagging my colors, I guess we could say. But it's one way to show you that no matter what you do, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, let's see. So we've got that emerald green there. And that gray. It's almost granity looking in the back. And then we have all that left because I probably picked it up too soon. And it's just really wet. Super wet. Let's pull that one off. Oh, that one came up pretty well. So there's that from the sweater. That little design there. And, oh, the top layer didn't come off, so I only got the bottom layer there. That's what you got to be. That's why you don't want your bottom layer to be too ugly or weird. And if I don't like these together, I can just cut that off and use it somewhere else. It's not that big a deal. Although there is a way probably to like kind of make them look like one. Like if you use some stenciling or some stamping that covers both. Alright, this is going to be a mess. Sort of. I don't know. Alright, let's see. There's the brown leaves coming through. This still didn't come up. I'm going to have to do something with that because it's just going to make it all, I mean, old wall. That's kind of cool too, but it's just kind of messing with my mind is what it's doing. Oh, let me clean my window before I forget. You can still do it after it dries. It's just easier and faster to do it while it's still at least a little bit wet. And this is one way to cover your junk mail envelopes. And still, you know, with your windows and not have to like, you know, cut your papers to go around your window. That's one thing I like about it. I mean, I can still do a little bit of collage on there if I wanted to. Ooh, there's from the hydrangea. I don't know if you can see that. I think I just hit you. So that came out cute. Got a little leaf there, a little leaf there. I should show you these a little closer up, huh? So we have the sweater. So I don't want to make this a hugely long video. So I will play some more. You get the idea of what I'm doing. I may be more picky with my colors. We'll see. Or I may just pick more out of the bag. Who knows? But I will then show you the after. I'll show you what I come up with. Oh no, my paper's ripping. I know, you're like, how can you tell? Because I could. That is that paper? Maybe not. Yeah, I thought that was paper ripping. But I guess it was just some of the paint stayed. Alright, so this is what, let's see, how close can I get? And so there's the sweater. There's from the other paper before. And there's some of the, I think that green leaf was still there from before. And we still had some red and stuff. I'm going to try to get off some of this stuff here. But the read that now you can kind of see why I used the brown. I was trying to mute some of that bright green and bright blue that I had picked. Because apparently I have something against bright colors. Well, I'm thinking more fall is kind of why. Alright, so I'm going to stop here. I'm going to play some more and then I'll come back and show you the final, all the finals. Oops, sorry. A little wiggly there. I'm done playing for today with the gel plate. This is the one of my brush off, brayer off, whatever, envelopes that I had there. This one, well, near the end, I started using spray stains. So that was a little brush off from that. But it gives the envelope a little bit of interest, right? And this is the one that I was stamping off the backs of the leaves. Got a little bit of ink on that one for now. And then there's this envelope, which is kind of cool as it is, really. On the front anyway. On the back might be a little bit boring, but I could add a little bit of collage or some inking, or like, you know, some distress stains to the back to add color if I wanted to. Or I could collage on it, and we'll see what I do with that. And then this one, it's just got some ink, some sprays on the back. Let me try to keep that open. I got it open once. Okay, there we go. So I got a little bit from one of the gel plates there, and some sprays, and just kind of a patchwork. And then when I was doing this not last one, but you know, one of the last ones I did with the Tim Holtz things. This is actually from the gel plate. This is actually oxide because it wasn't working great. But anyway, when I put the stamps into the purpley bluey paint, I stamped it off on here. So there's that. And then, you know, we just saw that one. And then there's this envelope, still drying because you can't really do a heat gun on the acetate thing. So it's got the distress stain, the spray stain and jelly plate on it, and just spray stain on the back. But it, you know, just the way it did it on the gel plate, it's got some kind of cool stuff going on there. And we have this envelope. Just kind of did a couple of stamps. That's just from that purple bit, so a little bit of the damask did come through the wallpaper bits and whatnot. And there's this envelope. So where it was white now has some orange or some blue or green sprays. And when you see the bigger one, I think you can guess what I used for that one. And then this one had a little bit of the gel plate, and here, and here, and it's got all the sprays. This one didn't have a thing in the window, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that one. But it's totally covered, pretty much covered on the back. A little crazy. Then this one got that on the back, and that was just not real pretty on the front. So that may just end up getting collaged over. We'll see. And this one, oops. My fan's blowing my envelopes right back at me. I like this bit here, and I like the patina with the, if I could have found the peacock feathers, I would have done that one too.
So that's on the front, and then this is on the back. So just interesting. And this one, this was, I think it was, I was brushing off on it and did a little gel plate on the back, just random. And also did the stamping on that when I had it, the purple paint on it. So that's interesting. All right, so here we have, in no particular order because I, went back and messed around with them. I got some orange on there somehow. Okay, somehow, but I don't hate it. Sorry about that. So yeah, this one's got some honeycomb, and I can't remember what the background was because you can't hardly see it. There were some leaves. I think there's some leaves here. And this one I did white, but the gel plate was kind of dirty, so the white picked up whatever colors was on there. Oh, you can kind of see some of the leaves poking through there. And then because I use the distress stains, now I've got like something on the back, so if I use it as a page in a book, it's got something anyway. And then this one kind of was cool. I think this was a blue and red, I think, with the yellow ochre as the pickup paint, and then some distress spray on the edge. I know a lot of people don't like the white, so they just do more jelly plate on the edge, but I don't know, I kind of like using the distress stains too. It just adds another little pop of color, which, I put, there's still some white showing. There's nothing wrong with some white showing. But yeah, so that one came out fun. So when you have the Prussian blue and you add the yellow ochre, you get this, I don't know what color that is, but I think those are the two colors, Alex, on that one that you have on the tracing paper. I think those are the two colors is how I got that that print. And then we've got that more of the red down there with the yellow ochre. And there is some interest on the back because of the spray stains. And my fan just wants to blow all my pages back to me. This one, I think I just was picking up all the mess that was. Oh, that was right after I turned you guys off. I just put the yellow ochre on there and picked it up, and then I've got some of the spray, which then shows through to the back. And this one is the one that was kind of the patchwork. So let's see, that was the very first one I did, and then we added that, all the things. Then you can see the distress stains that I added to, excuse me, to get rid of big amounts of white anyway. And then this one, more with the, I think that's more of the Prussian blue with the yellow ochre. And then I must have also picked up from the time before some of that green and white and turquoise that was on there. And that just because I rolled off my brayer on the back when I was pressing it down, but it's interesting. Can you guess what I used for this one? I think you can. The pine needles. I just kind of put them every which way, and they came out really cool. So yeah, I got the blue and the green, and then I must have picked it up with the turquoise, I think. And then I've got a little bit of where it was more white. I've got right here, the spray stain. And then this one, I think the spray stain made it awesome because I really like the aqua with that dark blue and that scarlet red. So yeah, that came out really cool, especially this where it's there, because I think I sprayed some of this like directly on. Some of it I dipped, some of it I sprayed directly on, but I don't know how I got that. This one, I love that color. Then we also have some ink on the back. This is the one that I just did totally inked. I just kind of sprayed it all over the thing and picked it up, and it's got a lot of interest to it. And here I brayered the color from the top down onto it, which is how I got that interesting, fun look. So, and you see a little bit of the acrylics picked up in some places too. So that's all of them. Yeah, I just, if you have a gel plate, don't forget to play with it. Paid that money for it. You need to play with it. Yeah, I know. Sometimes they don't come out great. I can't say that I love all of these. but it's still fun. I mean, you're creating when you do it. So definitely do that. And then I thought that I might, let's see, like this one, I don't know if I'm gonna keep it as one page or keep these two out. And then let me grab one of my envelopes that's a little bit all over the place. Where's one that's really all over the place? Oh, they're all pretty much all over the place. Yeah, that one already did something too. The other ones aren't quite as... Alright. That one's a little bit all over the place. I don't know what... I think I'll put some gesso on that one and see what happens, but some of those are not quite complete, I don't think. So, what did I want to do? I have my new stamps. Where did I put them? I have them. I keep moving stuff. Oh my goodness. I don't want to use my new stamps, but don't know that I can. Oh, here they are. Some of them. I got these too. I kind of went stamp crazy. And then I already had these, but I got the one with the typewriter too. Where's that one? And where's my numbers? Wait, where did I put them all? Oh. I'm just gonna try some stuff. We'll see what happens. I was looking for my stays on, but nope, can't find it. Can't touch that. Do. Can't touch that. Okay. Thought maybe. I know these are more nature inspired, but also kind of want to use my things. So, why not? Alright, this is rhubarb. This might still be too wet to do anything on it though. But I couldn't find my other permanent ones. They're in a box somewhere. Somewhere. Okay. Oh, good. That's pretty close to the color there. So that brings that over a little bit. So that's nice. Bring it over there a little bit. And now I don't have as much on there. So see. Oh, we actually got pretty much the whole thing. Huh, not what I was thinking would happen. Let's see. Here we go. So what I'm hoping to achieve by this is just kind of like bring in the patterns to make it look more cohesive. Don't know that that's what's happening though. Oh my goodness. Don't know what I did with this washi tape. What did I do? I don't even know. Could not tell you what happened. But might put it here. All messed up since, you know, just for something different. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't look right. Maybe it doesn't look good. Who knows? Do a little bit on the back. It's got the same names. So, oh, civic, social names. Guess they're not quite names, are they? Okay, so that's the length of that tape. What if I... Nope. I'm just going to put it down here. For now. I mean, I may do more to it. I kind of like that that's all messed up there. Kind of seems appropriate for this envelope. Alright, what about this one? What should we do with this one? I mean, I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing with that envelope. Because you never know what will happen to it. Oh, maybe some ferns on this one? Since my poor ferns all got so sad. Oh, this is sticky. Maybe leave it on. Oh, acrylic block? Yeah, that would be smart, wouldn't it? Stay. Alright, let's see. Let's try this bamboo leaves. Ooh, looks nice and dark. I have a fern, archival fern one that I like to use. I'll just I don't have to have all the sticky on me, huh? Okay, that's interesting. And, you know, ferns hardly ever just grow by themselves, do they? And then I might take this fern right here, though this is not a permanent ink. Oh, I was going to use the dark. This one is, though. Let's use this one. It's a little darker. Callie, what are you doing? I think the cat is in here. And I'm going to bring some of the green over here and away. Hold on. I'll do one more small one here. And what you doing, baby girl? One more here. Aren't you so glad I did my nails? Now that I'm covered with paint. Oh, alright, so I don't know if that really did anything. But I've got the ferns here and a fern here. They don't show up real great. But I think what they hopefully do is kind of bring all these patterns together to be a little more cohesive. I don't know. And they add some interest, I guess. Let's see. What are those ginkgo biloba leaves? Well, I'll do the dark green. Almost want to do them red. Would that be weird? Hold on, where's my... where's the bottom? Oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of like that. I might go all the way down the bottom like that. Let's... was using the dark one, right? I don't know what I'm using. And a little red on the edges, because why not? That's kind of cool. It's got the similar, although I could use something a little bit more, with a little more blue to it, huh? It's alright. You know, I always forget sometimes that I can use more than one color on stuff. Right. Is that good? I'm happy with that for now. I mean, if I want to add more later, I can. So, added some stamping. What else? What else should we do? Oh, I think this one's going to need a little more than stamping, isn't it? It's going to need, like, not something huge. Maybe something small like this. In a, what colors do I have here? Maybe in the moss. The mossy moss. Alright, that one's not green, but it probably has some green in it, and that's okay. Well, because my green one is black. Alright, we'll start over here. Alright. I do want to make sure I go over more than one pattern, because that kind of, it just makes it look like it's all supposed to be that way, you know? Maybe, kind of so. So that's what that's what I kind of talk about when I'm talking about, you know, using a stencil to make it look a little bit more cohesive. So now the stuff behind becomes a little bit more of a background, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? Yes or no to adding some stenciling to make it feel a little bit more cohesive? I kind of like it. I actually like it a little bit better now. So there must be something to what in my mind I think that does. All right. Oh, this one, I don't love this one because I used it to pick up a lot of the purple, or some of the purple, because it was taking a long time to dry. So you get, which some people like that. I don't know what it's called. It looks like veining or something, but it makes it feel weird. I like when it feels more smooth. I am looking for one of my bone folders right now because sometimes if I do that, it smooths it out weirdly. But I think this might work even better. We'll try it. Can't hurt to try it. Especially the metal ruler, because it just kind of like scrapes off the top bits, which some people like that rougher texture. But what I like about the jelly plate is that smooth, painty feeling you get. So I don't know. So this, sorry, I know the noise is probably unpleasant. It's necessary for me to be like, not throw this in the trash though. So it didn't really peel anything off, but it feels more smooth now, except right there needs a little bit more. So I'll do that sometimes. Well, first of all, it depends what I want to do with this. See, I want to do this where, well, actually, that might work. I want to make one of those envelopes I was making, but I wanted it to do with this at the top, which I guess I still could. It's just gonna come over some. But this one's not a great one because it doesn't even have the, you know, I don't know what to do with this one. I'm not loving it. Can't love them all. Let's see. This one I was thinking of doing that too though. That's definitely long. Alright. I think I want to do it like this for one of those envelopes I was making. And then, you know, have that be the top instead of the bottom and do all the things. So I might use that one for that. That might be interesting. Then I cover up that though. And I really like that part. Well, what if we go this way? Maybe that way. Just have the window on the inside. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Let's see. This one, I don't know. Oops, that's where the paper ripped. And getting it wet didn't help. This one, I think I'll just leave alone for now. Almost looked like it ripped there. Definitely, a lot of color. But this one's like a lot of just plain here. What would you do with that? Got the red over here. I could bring that over. That doesn't really work with it. What works? What does work? Tell me what works. I can do a little bit of this. Would that be weird in red? Probably. I have to try it just the same. see if my stamp still works after using it in paint. That's on me, dudes. Actually not hating the red. I didn't think it would work. I mean, other than where the red is, but I don't know. Because normally your cracks would be, I don't know. But I guess if you have red paint behind, then the red would make sense. And since there's this red over here, it is possible that there's red paint behind somewhere. Maybe, you know, in my imagination. I don't know. Where are my words? I don't know. I don't know where any of my stuff is. So anyway, so now you're probably all gone by now. In my last video, I said ask me a question this time. So if you didn't see that video, you can ask me a question in this one. Do I have a question for you guys though? Do you like to play with paint? Not everybody does. Not everybody's thing. Although usually if you're watching one of these videos, it might be a thing. So I love how that, oops, can you see it? I got my cord in the way. Come on, there we go. Yeah, and that's not from a stamp that time. That time is from an actual leaf. All right, y'all have a delightful day. Love you. Sorry, this ended up being way longer than I planned. That's okay.